Testing, testing. Okay. Let's see here. I'm not very overly talkative, so I'm going to try to explain this. I'm going to do a daytime tour, and I'm then going to do a nighttime tour as well. So I'm just going to do some exterior views. Right now the build is incomplete, but it is complete as far as how big I can get it complete. Rendering issues are decent, except for some areas like that. Just because I do have areas that are congested and a little bit detailed on the inside. I wouldn't say ultra detailed, but it does have furniture in there to signify what is actually inside the building. So I should probably explain what this place is. It's a polarizing, shielding, research and development facility. So it researches polarizing different materials to match the resonant frequency of the vibration of all natural materials. So this research facility is testing out different methods of energy delivery, and I hope it doesn't. It's the one area that it froze. Be careful. Here. So yeah, it's testing out to see how much energy I can pump through. Just testing it about a variety of different things. So yeah, you come up here. I was able to build up the outside. The things I would have liked to have added that are missing, I might as well get that out of the way. Were a couple more helipads on the outside, but at wall height. I don't like how low the helipad is here, just in case there's whatchamacallit, a high tide or whatever, mini tsunami. I would be subject to that. I'll explain more about what I would like to have on the inside. On the outside, artillery. Would have been nice to actually finish this, to maybe put 3 squares across and to have like a proper walkway with trees and all that jazz. Maybe having a few more of these attack boat flotillas. So this would be, I would say these are like direct energy emitters. So these would be weapons, kind of like what you see from Star Wars at the Battle of Hoth and The Empire Strikes Back. Those little dish arrays. So you have a couple fusion turrets protecting those. The build has nowhere near the amount of defenses that I would like it to have, just because I really had to just scrounge, like to not get that area to freeze. I really had to pick and choose what objects to get rid of, and it's not nearly as detailed as I would like to have. Like I would still like to have more housing Right now it's only sitting at 30 beds. I would like it to be around 50. So I have beds for 4 engineers, 4 scientists, 2 maintenance crews, a pilot, a base commander, a cook, a doctor, 4 farmers, and 12 guards, which is 30. This is sort of my controller. USB, I have to get into the USB cord. But yeah. Hold on here, I just have to make sure I'm live. This isn't the cleanest. Oh, come on. Anyways, I can't tell if I'm live. Hold on. Go. Good. So, what was I talking about? So yeah, there's not nearly as many defenses. I'd also like to have a couple Marines up here, and by Marines I'll let you know what I'm talking about here. You can see one of them up here. Which is actually something that we missed on something that I didn't point out. So yeah, I have 12 guards, but it would be nice to have 24 guards on site. Because I think you'd like to have guards that are on rotation. I have the one more Vertibird. I'd like to have, again, at least another couple more of them. If this is kind of a secluded island. Spectacle Island is located about 1 kilometer away from here. So the direct energy weapon kind of dish arrays, and then you have some heavy fusion turrets that are protecting it. Turn this off. PC's having a connection. So I decided to put the cannons there. It's not my, my highest choice, but it beats putting, cubes and turrets on it, because I think that would really add to the load. And by the load, I mean that. I think it's already having a difficult time rendering. It's actually behaving not too bad. So this is protected by the little laser grid doors, which is available in the Creation Club thing. So this is what would control those direct energy gun relay dishes. Normally you'd have a scientist in there, but we have one in here. And we have a couple cameras that are on looking onto the Vertibird pad. And I don't like the location where the author put this. The author did a great job on this, I do admit, but I kind of wish that he put the workshop somewhere on the island. Like maybe just inset on the corner or something, but I mean, it's still low enough where I can get away with the Vertibird blades not actually hitting it. And its bills are protected by the laser door grids, a couple of computers, they have remote control of those relays. Let's resecure this just in case anyone comes by. I don't have any settlers here because I'm not sure what the script or the author did for the script. I doubt he put any scripts for the settlers in. Why would he? So normally you'd have a couple more Marines here. That's why I'd like to have 24 Marines. Especially with the attack boats here. So I have 4 flotilla attack boats. These off just because they're annoying to listen to. And then you have the attack boat with the relay dish on the back as well. Controls. Normally I'd have more computer stuff in here, but I had to keep it sparse. You get the idea what that's supposed to be. So I have a little mini attack navy here, just to help guard the facility, which is nice. Would have liked to have had like some sort of a pier dock building to house maybe like a detachment of power seals, like maybe 8 of them. Well, that's the thing, like I do so much with the outside, like I would still put exhaust vents, I can dress up the walls, I can extend, I could have buildings and just extend the walls out. Like I wouldn't go too crazy. So here we come into the entrance. Finally, I wanted to put some lettering up here, but it was kind of pushing it as far as the lettering was going. The GNR kind of goes with the polarizing devices that are situated across the entire build. The metro signs are from the Creation Club, and these neon lights I just absolutely love. So these are the main guys. Initially I had quite a few more. Well, no more than 12, because that's what I have allocated for 30 beds. I had 2 more here. I figured 2 that was good. So you come into here. I just think it's a great view. I think I'm satisfied with how I encompass the Vertibird. Again, it would have been nice to have a walkway like this going all the way around. Having it maybe just 1 deep plus a half square. And having it lined up with the trees going all the way around. And then also have occasional wall turrets. That's the thing that this just does not have enough turrets in it, which I'm really disappointed. Like there's no turrets up here. The only ones up front are the ones by the direct energy guns. Let's enter the vault. Now we're met by a couple more guns. Security camera, another Marine, another security camera. This is where you would check in, any guest would check in, or any visitor. Any person working there always checks in. Here you have the security office. We have a little coffee station here. Oh, Let's craft some mudfruit leaf tea. How about that? Got a fridge, water purifier. And there's security camera monitor. We just have a little gun display there, security desk, and that would be like the security guard. We can view all the cameras that are on base, which aren't as many as I would like, but I had to get rid of a couple to keep it from freezing. So you can take a look at the Vertibird area from one angle. I think it can look out. That's from the ammo room area depot. That's of the cafeteria. It's kind of like a mixture of the cafeteria, lounge, workout area, etc. That's of course where the vault door is. That's where we are. You can see us over there. That's another view of the gun or the armory. That's a view of the top. It's one of the best views in base. Not the facility rather. That's the other view on the Vertibird pad. And then it cuts back. Let's make sure it gets back. Yeah. Alright, let's cut the feed. Okay. So here. This is where the on-duty guard would be sleeping. You can also do some hacking of the security system. I don't know if I know you could do something with it. So here it just leads back to where we're going to be going. So we have a couple heavy laser turrets there. Main door. So this I can do anything with, but I would do something with it. I would utilize it somehow. I think it's unfortunate that in here I had to put the washroom basically in here. Maybe that's what I would make this area here. A proper washroom. This just goes back out here. Into that area. This goes into the security room area. This would lead to the... So I can put more space there. This leads to the upstairs. That would lead to outside. And that would lead to outside, but let's go upstairs first. So it's identical on the other side here. So they both go down. So this way I would probably make more medical stuff. Because in here is where I have the medical area. So right now I just have one of these dudes instead of an actual doctor statue. But yeah, I'm utilizing these statues I pretty much made it as bare minimum as possible just to signify that it is actual medical area. And you have a cryo chamber bay. So you can kind of put some in the cryostasis. Same thing on this room. No stretchers here, medical beds. That's why I was thinking I would have more medical beds lined up across here. Like, maybe enough to treat 6 to 8 patients. Especially if I really was going for a goal of 50 people on base. That's really what I would aim for. Okay. Where should I go next? So this is still in the same front entrance vault building. So I made this as basically as sparse as possible. The one thing that I really wanted to do, but I don't think it would, I was running the risk of it freezing on the outside, was to put support columns down here to support all the weight up top. But you can see how I would have it into a kitchen area, cooking. I would probably extend the cooking over there to make it more, like it would make it big enough to supply 50 people basically. And then here, I don't know, I could do something with that. This is a view of the outside of the helipad. I really don't want to be getting up here. I really wish I would have got this during the daytime. Because I do want to show the Polarizers during the nighttime. So I don't really want to show that yet. I'll just show the rest of this building. Well, yeah, up here. So this would be more beds. I could fit 2 beds in here comfortably, and then maybe the rest would be offices. And entertain, I don't know, I'd do something. Maybe I can fit a couple more beds. Definitely fit washrooms up here. This would be more bedding. I was able to simulate a washroom. I have a washroom in there. So I would try to utilize as much of that as possible. And then up here would be a recreation area, a VR area. So you can go to the VR pods. So yeah, that's that area there. I'm showing this area first instead of the area down below. So this is a balcony area just overlooks. I would normally put some sort of guns here, like I do have here, but I couldn't go overboard with it. But it's a nice little area that gives a great view of the project. Like you have the greenhouse, we have the housing here, we have the water pump station, we have the polarizing tower, we have the polarizing twin tower and building, all that jazz. And then down here we have like the courtyard, which I still have to show. So both sides mirror each other except for the beach part. But yeah, I love this view. It gives such a gorgeous view of everything. I love the water generators. So the water generators are there, so the big, huge, massive ones, because it's to help cool down the massive, whatchamacallit, polarizers. That's another thing too. I would have pipes going across the wall somehow to go to the polarizers to actually look like it was cooling it. That's that. So I got a bedroom here. VR recreation area. I figured, why not? Bathroom. This front. Another view with a Vertibird landing pad. The dock. We have a couple telescopes to look out. I decided to use the wire mesh just because of Tesla. I was infamous for using the wire mesh to protect him from the large voltages when he was playing around with his Tesla coil machine. So we have the telescopes on either side there. There's really not much more to see here. What I would have done normally was probably raised, instead of having that sucked in, I would have raised that up one. I would have put one of these dividers. I could actually try it if I ever decide to make a video on this. If this live stream video gets enough views, and if I get anyone commenting to do a video, then I can do things like add that, and I can finish interior areas, and then I can just create the illusion that they're done. So we can get away from here. There's other areas that we have to go look for. I haven't even shown you the actual gut of the build yet. So this would be the base commander's chair. I don't want to turn on the Tesla arcs quite yet, but this is where he sits, and it basically transports him to a different conscious dimension. That's kind of like taking DMT, but through the Tesla coils, and all the energy is centralized and triangulated on that one area. So we can sit down and see what it looks like at least. So it's a wonderful view. Okay. Oops. That's gonna knock us out now. Get up this hill a little bit more to be showing here. I wanted to put turrets there as well, but I figured that I would just put them here. I really had to save space. Even putting these fog condensers in was really pushing it. So I like the wrap around deck. There really should be a door there, but that's fine. Go back through here, and let's go back downstairs. So this I really love, how this just opens up, and that's why I wanted a big door, a see-through door, and that's why I thought of using this glass door. And this is what I mean about having support pillars. Like, I wanted them to be big and thick, and having them across here, because there is quite a bit of weight going up. Like, it's not supported enough. But I didn't want to risk taxing it and making that area freeze, because I really had to fine-tune everything. So this just gives a great view of everything. So we have the greenhouse. This is residential. I wanted to do this, do more with this and dress this up more, but I was limited on how much I could add. I was really lucky that I could add what I did add. I really really needed to straighten that out, but that's okay. These I'll show later when I have everything going. That's one of my favorite views. Okay, well, I suppose we should probably go down to the vault entrance and simulate what it would be like if you're actually coming into the complex itself. So this is the medical place. Go through the door, and the great thing, I would have stuff going across like the very inner of the hallway. I'm not sure how much, but it is kind of a lot of waste of space. But on the same token, you could lock things down if shit ever hit the fan. And there's so many doors here. Like, there's easily probably 20 doors. Like, look at all these flipping doors. So I made sure it was well quarantined. We should go down. That's technically not the right way to go. There's another gurney. So how do you come out? So come up from here. Come to the base, enter here. It would have been nice to have another guard there. So this is like the main courtyard that's not dressed up at all. So it's just bare bones. So it's not really fun to look at. It'd be nice to dress that up, but oh well. So what way shall we go first? I think what we'll do is go show the main polarizer. So this is the main polarizer right here. There's a few entrances. I like this Slocum's Joe door. I just pretend that they're highly bulletproof glass. So here we have some of the scientists that are working on the actual polarizers and trying to optimize them and finding different ways, building them, better ways, etc. Lining the walls, it would be a shit ton of computer stuff, but I really had to make it as simple as I possibly could. I really had no choice about that. So then we come through here. This is where the two twin polarizers are. They're both powered by direct feed Vault-Tec reactors. I wish I could mesh it in better, but I could not do it. And these are water cooled. They're sunk in the water, so they're directly water cooled. And then you have the fusion reactors for the base power and also to kickstart the actual polarizers. So lots of space, but in my movie, the polarizer area that I had it fairly dressed up. And you can imagine this dressed up with electronics and crap. So we won't turn them on quite yet. So we have a few doors to be able to get in there. That one's auto close. So this one goes to the second level, which is another operating area. Good windows to view. Obviously this would be shielded So this is all these rooms are supposed to be shielded from the actual polarizing area. And then you have this place as well. So this is all shielded. You have a scientist working there. And this would be unshielded. This would be for when everything's down. Or maybe you have one of those Tesla suits on. And you come out here shielded and you're working on crap. But yeah, it's just, I love how the interior turned out. So since we're here, we can turn these on. And then we'll turn them off to go visit the rest of the build. These are what polarizes the material and makes the material super resistant. It's kind of like it's the exact same concept as Star Trek Enterprise, where they polarize the hull shielding. But yeah, it's quite a phenomenal view. Better in the upper floors. So yeah, again, you can imagine this lined with computer stuff, but unfortunately cannot get that detail. Again, great panoramic views. Okay, so I still have a little bit more of the build to show here. Before we can get to the finale. I want to keep this under an hour. So yeah, you have a second entrance here, which is nice. So this directly hooks up with the medical. And then to get downstairs, you would just go this way. And then that leads us right back to the vault door. So lots of interconnected pathways. So we can go back up. Let's turn off the polarizers. Excuse me. I don't want them running while I'm showing the rest of the bill. There you go. Thank you, gentlemen. Actually, I tried to interconnect everything. Like I love what it looks like today at nighttime. Absolutely fabulous, darling. Absolutely fabulous. Okay, so what are we gonna show here? I want to show that's one of 4 polarizer towers. We can show this, which is barracks. I don't have a light here. I probably could get away with a light there. But I'm not going to because I don't want to aggravate it. So this would be barracks. It's unfortunate that there's 4 people that have to sleep here, but that's okay. It's a fairly cozy barracks. And this would give view also of the cameras here on the island, which I'm not going to show again. They have their own washroom. And there should be a light in there, but oh well. These are just basic setup rooms. I can't have those opening inward, unfortunately. So normally I would have these partitioned off, the beds pushed over to one side, have a dresser and stuff like that. So when I have pushed in, that should be pushed out. Anyways, I don't care. And then I would have a washroom. Here with just 2 doors, and of course I would have that partitioned off. But it's a nice view of the entire build. Or maybe, you know, I would leave it open. No, I would like to have some privacy, I would think. Here we have the greenhouse with the power armor statues, which are all Tesla in honor of the research facility. Go there now. All these power armors are wearable. I don't want to do that. And then the mud fruit would act as the food. Hence why I have 4 farmers allocated for farming. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, that would be 8, 10, so that would supply 20. So they would be in a deficit of 10 food. So that's another thing that I would like to add as a more green area. And I could accomplish that by putting these style kind of buildings up top, having them come 2 out and then having them supported. I would also like to raise this up by a second one to double the amount of bedding, because that would give me, there's 5 beds per L hut here. So that would increase it to 40, which would be a good number. I could get away with, I'd be happy with 40 on site. Over here, so this is one of the water pump generators. We have a service area that goes all the way around, and they're there for the lab techs to work. So it's cool because you can't see inside, but you can see from here, and that just regulates basically the amount of water that goes into. The door should be the other way. Oh well. That goes into the polarizers. I love the fire pit, how it gives that nice silhouette glow against the white wall. Having the red lights kind of drown it out a little bit, but it's still noticeable. I still have to go to that other one, oh well. So this is where the engineers would sleep, and this is what controls this other power polarizer. So here's one of the engineers or scientists. So this whole ensemble would control one of the corner polarizers. It would also act as a weapons workshop, and of course dual bedding. This would probably be shared by a scientist and an engineer, or 2 scientists. I don't know. I was just trying to make space, or make the most out of the space that I have. Because I can't build anymore, unfortunately. So try to dress it up as well as I possibly could. There's Elaine, and there's lighting, and why is that so crappy? This is the outside of the main pool. That's the first time I saw rendering issues inside the build. So this wraps around the entire polarizing building. One thing that I would have loved doing was putting a set of stairs going up here. Because right now the only stairs that connect to the polarizer towers and the top wall are at the front gate, and there's 2 of them, which isn't bad, but it would be nice to have stairs going across here. But this is also a nice little area. It was a joy getting in. I had to the place anywhere to get those panels in, but it really turned out well. Actually, I ended up extending this out too, moving this entire wall to make room for that. It turned out well. That goes all the way back around. So this would be another engineer's place that controls the other quarter polarizer. Kind of identical. This one has laundry instead of workshop. And in fact, they would all probably have their own laundry, and then I would try and make a workshop building. But that would require me building off the wall and making like I'd be able to do it. But even the railing, it's just like I kind of wish that I would have went with the Pridwood railing, but with the BOS railing. Or I could have, there's a lot of possibilities. So that's the other water pump room, water generator here. It's becoming daytime again. This wraps around. So yeah, it's quite intricate, I would say. And we can go down below. And I normally had all these going down to the very bottom, but I had to create the illusion. I was getting to the point where I was debating on getting rid of the lower foundation, but I really wanted to keep that. And that's not really what was giving me rendering issues. The rendering issues was just really taxing this area over here. So this is pretty much identical to the other side. I'll go to that corner polarizer tower just because I didn't actually take a look inside. But I love the beach area. I was able to utilize something from that creation club. Well, that and the VR, which was nice. But yeah, it gives it kind of a resorty feeling. Well, that's the thing with my builds. I always like making them into actual complexes. You know, like a 40, 50 person complex. This goes around, same thing. Already showed that. This one has one that power armor. Again, that's why I think I really wish that I had an area dedicated for a workshop, which I would be able to do if, yeah, I could get creative, but I'm just out of room, you know. the other greenhouse. I got some more power armor. Hope that'd be a nice touch. And then I have the Roman columns. The fog condensers meshed in. Yeah, I love the way that looks. Statues on the corners. And quite well, like you can imagine if this was raised up one. So this was 2 stories to accommodate 10 more people. I would need to make more greenhousing, but I could do that up top. Like I could place. I would actually have to show you. It's easier to show you. It's the last engineers area. And washroom. And then this one has a chemist area. Trying to make it look real. Where's that one? Trying to make it look realistic with the fan there. This is still not nearly decorated. And one of my favorite areas, the Armory. I actually should have, in retrospect, I should have opened this up. Because I really wanted to have a power armor area as well. I mean, those are functional. So, I guess there's 4 power armor suits for the place. But there, the cameras there. But yeah, I love these crates. Like, I have all the ammo there. And here we have some weapons. I didn't want to dress it up too much, but that's basically what's stuff like that is adding to the rendering issues up front. And this isn't really that detailed when you think about it. So again, a lot more potential there. I wish I would have opened up that wall again. I could have opened up 2 walls. Oh well. Like, this is done, but it could have been more done. And that doesn't even mean that I had to extend any of the wall. Like, it would be easy to build off the top wall. So I suppose we should probably go up. That's another area that I could have done a lot with. Even this area here, I could have put a wall here and extended it out and had like a power armor workshop area. Or even another residential area. I would definitely need more greenhousey area. So this goes to the top wall, and unfortunately there's only 2 of these, and this is one of them. Another gorgeous view. I should really give this an actual name. So here are the corner polarizers. It's just enough room to fit in. Part of me wishes that I would have done 4x6, or sorry, it's 2x2 now, 2x3, or 3x3, but just so you can have more working room. But you know what, this could work. Be crammed. You can always take the roof off to work on it. So to control these, I only have them on the corner. I would have liked to have had them centralized, or at the very least down below. But that's fine. So we'll just set the one off. Oh shit, we might as well keep that on. So here, yeah, like, I would have done this in the entire wall. Fuck. How did I miss that? These are supposed to change the other way. Let's hope it doesn't freeze. It shouldn't. That I can fix because that won't affect anything other than my sanity. So yeah, I have 30 beds. It would be nice to have a minimum of 40. Because I would definitely want 4 engineers, 4 scientists, base commander, cook. I would probably at that point need 6 farmers. I'd want, 20, 24 guards. Yeah. So there's one of the guards there. So I love this radiator cage roof. That's a great mod. So yeah, I would have had basically the entire wall like that. And then I also could have put metal prefab sections up and built off of that. Like I could have put... What the hell is it here? Oh, not there. Yeah, like I could have had these. And then the great thing about that is you can have the wall extended. So then you don't really need to have any support. And you can do that. Yeah, you can do that on either side. So I wouldn't do that across the entire wall. Like that would be one option. But this is basically, I would have the entire thing covered up. I also probably would not have opted for these. And I would have went with... where the hell is it now? Is it Vault? It's definitely not box cars. Railings. Yeah, I probably would have went with that. I mean, I might still technically be able to get away with it. I probably would have looked better. But oh well. It's like I'm really shocked that I was able to put this amount of railing, because there's a lot of railing in this entire build. A lot. Like the entire wall. All the inside railing. All the outside railing. So a lot of resources went in just for the railing. So I'll get this done quickly here. There's the other guard. Try to take a look at the views here. Again, still not nearly decorated. It looks so much better. Like, how much is the build bar now? Right now, according to this, I'm at 1.35 times the build bar limit. But that build bar actually goes up the equivalent of, I'd say, 8 to 10 build bars, so it goes up very slow. Imagine if I was able to build up to the end of this build bar. Even another half. Even to half, like 1.1 build bar. I would be able to get a crap more done. But anyways, that's unfortunate. So we're gonna wrap this up soon. This is just a reiteration here. So again, the Vault-Tec reactors are infusing them directly. Another thing I would have liked to have had was at least have all these guard things going across. But yeah, I would have had to have created more room for green. Green hut. God, that's gorgeous. I do love how that turned out. I should have put another set of stairs there. Too lazy to put another railing. Another guard. I figured those 4 guards, one on each corner on the exterior of the wall would be absolutely essential. Oh, first time I noticed that. Yeah, I love those statues. This came together extremely well. I'm very shocked. So the wall's just massive, and it's just... There's some more rendering. That's not surprising. That's the first time I've noticed that. But yeah, wow. If I was able to raise that up another one, add some greenhouses, a little more workshop areas, maybe add one more level to that. Yeah, wow. And then really dress the area up. It would look amazing. There's another on-duty Marine. Where the fuck is the... Sorry. There it is. There we go. All 4 Polarizers are up and running. Base is now on alert. So I would assume that not only it polarizes the entire building, but it would create some sort of dome of energy, electromagnetic energy, where it would just repulse everything. Just trying to get some good views. Like, nothing is dressed up here on this landing, which is unfortunate. Love that beach area. Couldn't replicate it on this side because it didn't extend out far enough, but still very happy. So everything's almost 100% identical except for this beach area here. Other than that, everything's identical. And what's inside the actual buildings, but even those are near identical. It would have been so cool if I could have done more with this area. And yeah, it would have been cool to build it up to a personnel of 50 people. You know, then I can fool around with having 24 guards. Alright, so... about ready to show the finale. I would like it to be nighttime. There's a cool view from here. Sit in the chair, the base commander's chair here. Get a good view. Boston's there. And a spectacle island is right about here. So I'd say that's a kilometer max away from here. Okay. Actually, let's sit down and we can wait. Wait for it to look cool at nighttime. Yeah, it's beautiful at night. Yeah, this definitely needs more lighting as well, all across the walkway. There's nothing I can do about that. Outside shots. All prep first. It would have been nice if I would have hooked these all up to one, but I had to be careful with how much I was expending. Sweet. Tesla coils are coming in nicely. It's having a little bit of difficulty rendering. Closer to it's unfortunate. Well, I think that concludes the tour. Oh, it was a fun build. I wish I could build it as much as I wanted to build it up to. Like I said, it would have been nice to make it up to 50 personnel instead of 30. Would have been nice to add some more detail. But I think it turned out all in all fairly well. My next build will most likely be at Salem. I'm going to do a play-at-home build with like bodyguards. I'm going to make it like an 8 to 12 person kind of build, and certainly not this big. Probably about a quarter of this size, and even smaller. But yeah, this was a fun build. Again, it's always disappointing not being able to complete everything that you want to complete. Like nothing on the walls is complete, nothing on the exterior, no lighting on the walls, not enough housing, not enough food, not enough detail in the polarizer room. But I think all in all, I'm fairly happy with how everything turned out. What is a good end shot? Oh shoot, I need to put logic to it. It would have been nice to raise that up by half. Oh well. Beautiful. Yeah, it turned out fairly well. I'd say I am a 7 and out of 10 happy with it. Just because there's just so much more that could have been done with it, but still good. But anyways, that's the end of the build. Thank you for joining. And my next build will be at Salem. Have a good night and goodbye.